Grass is great
Cattails,
for
this is really good thatching, good basket making materials, and so on. I've heard of people using the old dead stalks as a hand drill for fire drills. Spindle, the spindle for fire drill.
Just on the outside.
Yeah, it makes serviceable cordage, and so on. So a lot of these plants aren't just edible; they've got other stuff you can do with them too. Okay, so back to the big four. Otherwise, this is going to turn into just a wild edible plant walk. We got grass, we got cattails. The next one is pines. All of the pines are edible. Let me tell you how to tell a pine. And we should have done this back up at the house, but look up there when we get up by the house. There's some pines up there. Look at the base of the needles. They all have a little wrapping around the base of the needles. They call that a sheath. And so if it's a true pine, it's going to have the sheath wrapping. Okay, all of the pines are edible. All of the evergreens are not. Okay, there's some that are poisonous, like the yew. And they have a broad, flat needle. It doesn't look like a pine needle at all. But anyway, don't want you to tangle with that. The edible parts of the pine, the needles, when they're young, you can eat them. Okay, Tamara was passing around some fir needles. She was thinking were pine needles at lunchtime. Similar kind of taste. If you got the sample of that. Makes a good tea, very high in vitamin C. Pine nuts. That's my favorite wild edible right there. Pine nuts. And the gray pine or digger pine. Yeah, they have the nice big nuts. Sugar pine also has nice big nuts, but I have had a hard time beating the squirrels to them. That's a big long cone. Yeah.
The cedar, on the cedar tree, the chips of those the tea even tastes better than the pine.
Yeah.
I like it much better. It's not quite as strong pine taste. And it's also high in vitamin C too.
Yeah, so then there's other stuff, but I'm just talking about the big four here. The other thing about pines that probably overlooked, but this is the thing that made it click with me that, yeah, you actually could survive out here. And that's the inner bark from the pines are edible. It tastes like pine, okay? I think I would want to cook it just to calm the taste down a bit. But on a pine tree, there's a lot of inner bark. Just if you're not wanting to kill the tree anyway, don't take bark off all the way around. Just take it off in a long strip up and down. And
What do you do with it? Eat it raw?
You can eat it raw. It's kind of strong. I think probably the best thing to do would be like to dry it and grind it up and then use it like some kind of a flour or meal.
I have a fine pitch story if you want to hear it.
Pine pitch, good stuff.
That influence story.
Good chewing gum.
I was hunting and I went to skin my deer and I pulled my knife out and I cut my finger really bad. I mean, really bad. And I didn't have any band-aids with me or anything with me, but I was close to a pine tree and I went over and I stuffed pine pitch in it. And it actually caused it to stop bleeding. And I don't even have a scar there.
Wow. It's used for antiseptic, so it kills
antiseptic.
germs.
You can actually, when we were kids, we go hiking and we'd pull off some of the pine, the cleaner stuff, and chew it like gum.
Oh yeah.
So,
I did that once and got my teeth stuck together too.
Oh no!
Yeah, you can chew it like gum.
I know you can, but I mean, like I'm saying, I did it wrong somehow.
Does anybody know Linda McConnell?
Yeah.
She got burned on her chest, she said. She had like 2 and 3 degree burns on her chest, and she made a salve out of the pine pitch and used it for a couple of weeks, I think, and she doesn't even have a scar.
Nice. The pine needle tea is also antiseptic, by the way, too. I mean, you can drink it, but it's also antiseptic.
You can put it on wounds.
Yeah, so we've got grasses, cattails, pines, and the last one is oaks. The oaks have the acorn. That's the most important food source there. Oak inner bark is also edible. Tastes like cardboard, but it's edible. Might be the difference between life and death. I'll eat cardboard. Okay. Anyway, oak is pine is also good firewood for fire starting, right? Oak's a little harder, so that's good for keeping the fire burning and for making tools and stuff.
Walking sticks.
Acorns have to be leafy.
Yeah, shelter poles, all kind of stuff.
Pine nuts.
But isn't there some acorns that aren't as good as others?
Yes,
Well, all acorns.
but they're all edible. You just have to leach them
Longer.
longer. Yeah.
Let me just say something here. You don't want to just leach them because you don't want to taste the tannic acid, which is very bitter.
Yeah.
It's actually not good for you. So you want to leach them because of health-wise.
Right.
So you need to leach it out, and you're just keep changing just pouring water through the meal until it doesn't taste bitter anymore. Then you get rid of the tannic acid.
The white oaks
Oh,
really have
acorn.
that.
Yeah, as long as it's bleaching white,
oak trees over there
milky
with
looking
acorns.
stuff out.
And you
That's
see
the
the
tannin.
Chinese
You want it to
ladies
come
coming
out.
down, they put a blanket out, and they gather all over
I
and they
think
clean
there's
them.
some
And that's what they use. I guess they eat them or they
Yeah.
use them for food.
Well, the live